Chris Reardon.
Evening, gang. Welcome along. It's Thursday night, Thursday the 5th of August 2021. Welcome along to tonight's chat show. It's United Kingdom Talk tonight on Reach On Air, as well as on our YouTube channel. So you can listen. If you don't want to look at my ugly face today, you can listen. Just go to reachonair.com. Tell your smart speaker to do that. If you've not got it set up, it's very easy. On the Amazon one, I won't say the words because you get all upset. Ow! Oh, you've just set up my Amazon. Oh, it started talking to me. We will be doing the... No, actually, we can't. We better not do the local weather because I'll probably be cut off if you're listening on on Reach. But you can listen on your smart speaker. Just go into the Amazon settings on the skills, look for Reach On Air, enable that skill, close it, and then just say, Amazon, play Reach On Air. And she bursts into life. The same with the Siri. Siri on air, just say, hey Siri, play Reach On Air, and she starts playing. It's wonderful. Similarly, if you're listening and you want to watch, you can join us on YouTube. Just go to unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, put that in your address bar there, unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, and it will come up there, all right? If you'd like to join in the show at any point, send messages. Either use the Reach On Air message box, or you can send a text, 07451 287 337, all right? 07451 287 337 is my text-in number. Or you can send an email as well, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. And we dip in and out of the messages, okay? They don't always come up immediately because we're chatting away, you see, that's why. All righty, that was complicated at the beginning. Very complicated. I had to match up times and things like that. If you're expecting to hear Adam Croft today, I'm afraid he's not here. I'm ever so sorry, my dears. No Adam Croft. He's at a wedding. I don't think he wanted to go. Adam Croft, my friend on Reach. He's usually with you at 8 to 10. He's not there. Him and his missus at a wedding today. His missus is driving home so that he can have a drink. So I've got this terrible thought in my mind that he might try and grab like one of the 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. slot tonight if it's not filled. And he'd come on the... Oh, how's it going today, old Adam Croft here? We've been at a wedding. It might be a little bit like that if he comes on a little bit later on. All right. And thanks so much to Dave Harris for some excellent music just before me there, all from the 90s. Reminds me of my DJing days. Dance music from the 90s. Living Joy, Sybil. Kylie Minogue was always very popular and stuff like that. Thank you very much, Dave. All righty. Did you see the little picture of the delightful Gemma Collins advertising tonight's show? Oh, yes. Gemma Collins is in the newsboards and goes, she wants a new job. She wants a new job. Any idea what she could possibly do? Now, I have a few pictures. I'm showing one at the moment of Gemma in a delightful bikini. I'm very pleased to say it's not one of those skinny bikinis. You know the sort with a small string that goes round their bums? I mean, some of the blokes wear them as well. G-strings just don't do it for me. I think they look dreadful. Absolutely ghastly. And it's very rare that you see fit people wearing such things. It really is. But Gemma's got this costume on, and it is a bikini, but it's one of the sort of larger bikinis, you know, with a bit of decent material around it. Anyway, she's there, and guess what she wants to do next? I think, has she been on one of those cooking programmes yet? I'm not sure they'd have her on one of those. She'd just keep eating the ingredients. I very much doubt that it would even get into the oven to make a cake. Mind you, we like that, don't we, eh? Do you like that? You know, when your mum's making cakes, or when your mum used to make cakes, or maybe you do it yourself, eh? Remember when she used to do that, and you'd be in that... As soon as she turned her back, you'd be in that bowl, wouldn't you? With the cake mixture. Even better than the cake. That's why old Ben & Jerry's and various other people have got the cookie dough ice creams out. Oh, yes, dear. My mum used to make rock cakes. Not out of actual rocks. They were like a sponge thing with, I think, currants or sultanas, something like that. She used to make loads of... I never used to eat them. And only today, after 58 years, I discovered something. And my cousin, I put a picture of my mum up because it would have been her birthday on Sunday. And my cousin said that he overheard my mum telling my aunt one day that Christopher, hello, me, Christopher doesn't eat my cakes. He only likes shop cakes. And I didn't even know she said that to her. And she was right, of course. I only ever ate shop cakes at that time. Angel cake was a big favourite of mine. What's yours? Do you like angel cake? Something like that? Anyway, maybe that's what Gemma's going to do. Open a restaurant, perhaps? I very much doubt there'll be much food left for the customers, to be honest. No, she don't want to do that. She don't want to open a cake shop. She's already got the clothes shop, hasn't she? I mean, I thought she worked in a branch of Millets, to be honest. No, apparently she's got an actual clothes shop. Did you know that? Well, the Daily Star is Oh, you'll love this one. I mean, I know there's a lot of Gemma Collins fans out there. I know that, right? I know there's Gemma Collins fans out there. So perhaps you are about to cheer your little heads off, are you? Gemma Collins in The Star is reportedly dreaming of being a TV presenter. Oh, God help us. Now, the good news is that you probably won't see her because you are a Reach on Air listener. Therefore, you'll be listening to our 10 o'clock man tomorrow morning, Carl Borrett. But she is reportedly dreaming of being a presenter on... Now, what do you think she could present? Cookery show? I told you that wouldn't be out there. Generation game, maybe? Perhaps she's going to take over Blankety Blank? Or the Chase? Blankety blank, blankety blank, blankety blank, boom, boom, blankety blank, boom, ba-da-da-da-da, that one. No, not doing that. No, she wants to take over This Morning. Ba-da-da-ba, ba-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. That one, yeah. She wants to take over This Morning, and she thinks she would be the perfect person to replace Holly Willoughby. Yeah, Holly Willoughby. Well, she's the same out the front, isn't she? I mean, possibly even bigger. I don't know. I haven't measured. I don't really look at those sort of things, oddly enough. She wants to replace Holly Willoughby on This Morning. Can you just imagine? Oh, hello. Yeah, welcome to This Morning. And if you ain't effing watching us today, we don't want you here. Go on, F off. She'd be a bit like that, wouldn't she? I wonder how many times she would cry. You know, when she gets a sad story. Holly Willoughby is very good at doing that, isn't he? Crying when, someone comes on and they've just lost a leg or something like that. Eh? Well, bosses, it says here, Gemma Collins has apparently set her sights on the This Morning sofa. The only way is Essex star. The only way is up. Oh, yeah, that one. The only way is Essex star is a big fan of current presenter Holly Willoughby, and she thinks she would be perfect to take over if Holly ever decided it was time to move on. I mean, maybe Holly should move on very quickly, because I've noticed if you stay in that job too long, you really look old and decrepit. I mean, look at Richard and Judy. Jeez, do you know they're both only about 30 years old? How old do they look now? Cool, that programme does seem to age them, doesn't it? Not like this show. I mean, look at my old videos. I look the same as I did 20 years ago. Yes, I do. I'll tell myself that as much as I want, thank you very much. Poor Judy Finnegan, bless her heart. All that money, you'd think she'd have her face done, wouldn't you? Anyway, bosses are lining up. A source told heatworld.com there's so much gossip going around in television industry right now that ITV bosses are lining up a replacement for Holly Willoughby, should she ever go. And Gemma wants to put herself at the top of the list to be considered. Do you think I could possibly get Philip's job? Perhaps I could be Chris and Gemma in the morning. How fabulous would that be? Huh? Oh, I can just imagine us, having our little breakfast after the show. She'd be grabbing as much as I wouldn't get anything to eat, would I? She'd be in, when they must have a cafe at the ITV place. Comes from Television Centre, doesn't it now? Must have a cafe there. She'd be opening those glass drawers, grabbing all the food. I'd be left with nothing. Maybe if I'm lucky, a vegan sausage roll. Very tasty in Greggs. I have Greggs news for you on the show today, exclusively on this programme. I have tasted the sausage and bean melt. More of that later, again. The insider said that the GC feels that replacing Holly Willoughby would be like taking over TV royalty. And it seems she is serious enough about snagging the seat next to Philip Schofield, to Pip Schofield, who's on every programme. The only programme he's not on is Tom and Jerry. I've never seen Philip Schofield on Tom and Jerry. Perhaps he plays the part of the mouse. Well, I don't know. The source also claimed Gemma is working on her image. You mean Photoshop image? Is that what you mean, my love? And experimenting with more sophisticated looks to help her catch the eye of TV bosses. Oh, I shouldn't worry about that, Gemma. You just got to be with the right agency, my love. Because it don't matter what channel you put on now, it's all the same people. Not like the old days, BBC stars and ITV stars. Not now. It's the same people on every bleeding channel. Because the producers are too bone idle to go and find someone new. I shouldn't worry. Just find out who's Bradley Walsh's, Pip Schofield, Ben Shepherd, who's the heart girl? Amanda Holden. Just find out who their agent is. Go with them. You'll be on every programme under the sun, my love. Perhaps you'd like to be the face of the new test card. That would be nice. I mean, we might have to open the little hole in the middle there where the girl when the clown is taken. We might have to make that a little bit bigger for you to fit into it, my darling. But I think that's an excellent idea. Holly Willoughby. Gemma Collins as the test card. The 40-year-old has been working hard to get into shape. I try a bit harder, my love. And flaunted the results in a bikini picture as the hit. Oh, I feel ill now. I've just seen the picture. Oh, I'm going to be sick. Oh, God, Gemma in a bikini. The 40-year-old has been working hard to get in shape and flaunted the results in a bikini picture as the heat wave struck the UK. Do you remember the heat wave? I mean, looking out the window now, I bet you don't, do you? What a dreadful summer. Heat wave. What was it? 1 week? 10 days? What a dreadful summer at the moment, isn't it? The snap, which she shared on Instagram in her bikini, has showed off her enviable curves. I mean, who writes it? This has got to be someone who fancies her, isn't it? Got to be someone who fancies her. Showed off her enviable curves. Anyone? Anyone envious of Gemma's curves? As she took a dip in the pool in a tie-dyed swimsuit. Oh, she's making her own swimsuits now. Tie-dyed. Do you remember that in the 70s? And matching headband with her blonde locks flowing down her back. Well, I hope she's got a lot of hair to cover that big back. Dear me. Captioning the stunning snaps herself, Gemma wrote, "I'm ready for the heat wave, honeys. Calling all summer huns. You need to look the part. Head over to my website if you want to look fabulous. Guess what? It's not throwaway fashion. Can't bear it." I bet she's probably trying to sell her own stuff. You know, is she too tight to hire like someone, you know, doing modelling and all that? Perhaps I could fit into one of her bikinis. I have a feeling, and I'm a bit fat at the moment. I'm fat at the moment. Yeah, I've been for a year or so now. But I have a feeling that her bikinis are even too big for me, and that is saying something. Fans flocked to the comments section to say Gem looks amazing and she was an inspiration. So there you go. We love you. There is only one GC, gushed one admirer. I mean, what planet, what sad world do these people live in? Where you can like someone with absolutely no talent whatsoever. I just don't get it. Holly Willoughby, it has to be said, has a lot of talent. She's very natural. A bit like Cilla Black was. She was very natural, wasn't she? Bradley Walsh, very natural. Gemma? No, I just see through it all. I just see through it all. After getting her start in Towie in 2011, can you believe that? It's 10 years we've had that crap. She appeared in shows such as I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, Dancing on Ice, Crash. I did feel sorry for her when she fell over on that ice. That would have hurt. I've fallen over on it. Don't ever ask me to come ice skating with you, because the answer is no. No, thank you. Don't want to do ice skating. One Christmas, a friend of mine, Wayne, his name is, invited us over. So I went over. He invited us over for a pizza. He's in London, so I went over there. And he's like, "Oh, sweetie," he said, "I've got a little surprise for us today." I said, "What's that?" He said, "Just get in the car, take us in the car, and I'll take you there, and it can be there." We went round there, and it was blooming ice skating. I said, "You must be joking." "Oh, don't you want to do it, sweetie?" "No, I don't want to do it." Anyway, I did it. I hated it. I've done it. I've done it before. Ice skating, skiing, snowboarding, roller skating. I mean, roller skating, that's not too bad. Ice skating, no, straight over on my arse. I mean, it's sad. It's sad. You see all these people my age, sort of, 40 and above, we're walking around this ice skating ring, desperately holding on to the barrier. And these little kids, 5, 6, 7 years old, whizzing past us. Oh, it's awful. Eventually, I actually went in the. I don't think it was specifically for children, but it was like a. This is in Somerset House in London. They do it every year, probably not last year. They have like a main, very large ice skating area where most people are going around at the speed of light. And they have another little section. I don't know if it's for children or not, but there was a lot of children in this section kind of learning. I went in there in the end. I couldn't stand it. I hated it. And eventually, I don't think I stayed on there for very often at all. I went back there and had a cup of tea while I was away, waiting for my mate to come back. Round and round they were going. Have you ever done ice skating? Anyway, let's read some of your messages on the show tonight. If you want to send in a message, 07451 287 337 is my texting number. There's a phone number as well. You can call in if you want. We'll open the phone line early today. There we go. The phone number is 020 8144 3477. Now, if you call in, you must send your number, okay? If you're calling from like a no number sent number, you won't get answered, all right, my love? I can only answer one call at a time. Even though we have banks of operators standing by, as always, to take your call. We have banks of operators standing by to take your call. I can only actually take one phone call at a time, my darlings. All right? And the phone number is 0208 144 3477. I mean, wait to hear something you might find interesting to talk about, but that's the number 0208 144 3477. And the text number, once again, if you want to text into the show, 07451 287 337. Or you can send a message on the Reach On Air message system. Once again, if you're listening to Reach On Air and you're expecting Adam Croft, he's off tonight, okay? So it's a chat show. There's no music at all until 10 o'clock when we have the 10 o'clock DJ takes over on the programme today. Who's on at 10 o'clock? Let's have a look. I bet that's is it no, it's not Carl, it's it's Pavali Mears. He'll be with you at 10 o'clock tonight on Reach On Air. Also in the show today, we've got our weekly raffle. Someone's going to win one of my lovely stickers. All right, someone's going to win that tonight. And as well as that, we'll be giving out raffle tickets a little bit later on in the show. Not yet, okay? I'll let you know when to ask for those. So let's read some. Good evening to Jason Hughes. Evening, Jason. And hello to Jerry tonight. Evening to Jerry. Greetings, Jerry. Hello to Mr. Gary Ross. Gary, thank you very much. You apologise for sending in so many news stories. Don't apologise. Sorry, don't not send them in. Don't apologise. I'm grateful for all news stories that come in, my darling. Okay, very much grateful, and they probably come up at some point. But, sometimes they don't always. I look at it and I think, oh, no, that doesn't quite fit in. There's certainly one you've sent last couple of days that fits into the show today, which will really come up. So if anyone else wants to send in little news stories and bits and pieces like that, I'm always grateful for those, although we don't always use them, all right? Just send them to the email, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk is my email address. Good evening to Mark Bowles. Evening, Mark. Mark is in the house. Where's his button? I've lost your button now, Mark. There you are. Oh, sorry, you're on the top row. Of course you are. I'm looking down. I've got a bit. I managed to get my button thing working, incidentally. Oh, don't even go there. Evening to you, Mark Bowles. What an idiot. Do you remember on the last show I told you I've got a little button, box of buttons here? Look, here we go. I'll show them to you. Can I? Oh, hang on. That's got a bit caught up. There you go. There's my box. Oh, I've got, see it now. So I just knocked something there. There you go. What have I done? There we are. That's better. There you go. There's my box of buttons, and I just push a button, and something happens. Look at that. Watch that. There you go. See? I can change cameras and all sorts of things on this thing. I can pick up. Mark's got his own button there. See? There's Mark's button. Watch. Look, Mark's button. Look at that. Mark Button, king of all chavs in all areas. Absolutely. Anyway, you may remember on Tuesday I couldn't get it going. The usual fix for that, and it doesn't happen very often, is to simply unplug it and plug it back into the computer. Right? And you saw me struggling with that on Tuesday. So I did unplug it. But unfortunately, it took me until the next morning to realise I'd plugged it back into the wrong computer. So no wonder it... What an idiot. I put it in the wrong blooming computer. No wonder it wouldn't work. I'm pushing these buttons and nothing was happening. So there we are. That's what was wrong with that there. Evening to Charlie Ray. Good evening to you, Charlie. Charlie and the crew are in the house. Evening, Charlie, up in Lincolnshire there. Good evening to Reese Cars. Evening to Reese. Hello, Reese. Who says you definitely need to be on this morning. That would be excellent, as long as it didn't clash with your Reach on Air slot. Well, actually, you know, I love doing that show in the morning. I really love doing that show in the morning. It's so much fun. It really is. I don't think I'd want to give that up. I'd have to find a new slot. I'd have to swap with someone, wouldn't I? I'd have to swap with someone. Thank you very much. Danny Davis is in Essex. Good evening to you, Danny. Hello, Danny. Danny says, when Gemma Collins fell over on the ice, it was a real-life game of hungry hippos. What a dreadful thing to say. Yeah, you'd be one of the hungry hippos, Danny. I've seen you, mate. You turned up at the karaoke last week. I thought I was going to throw you a bag of donuts. I bet if I threw donuts on the floor at the karaoke last Friday, you would have run on that floor, been like a dog on the floor, on all fours, wouldn't you? Eating up the donuts. Shocking state of affairs. Dear me. Good evening to Simon Gilman. Hi, Chris. I'm listening to the radio today instead of YouTube, as my YouTube is playing up. He misses playing bingo. We don't do bingo anymore. Don't do it anymore. No, cancelled. Some months ago, actually, it cost too much for me to put on. It was costing me £125 a month to do that. And now and again, a kind person would send me a tip, you know, couple of quid here, couple of quid there. But it was, you know, you weren't sort of evening. I wouldn't nowhere near evening out. You know, it was costing me about £125 a month to run the bingo. By the time prizes went out and postage, I mean, you could charge for the prizes, I suppose. Couldn't you? The prize, incidentally, the prize for our bingo tonight, the sticker, absolutely free. Postage and packaging, £5.95. I think I should charge for postage and packaging. Absolutely. What do you reckon? Does that work? Evening to Joe and Sparky. Good evening. Is it Joe's birthday or Sparky's birthday on Saturday? Which one is it? Well, join us on Sunday night and I'll sing you happy birthday, whichever one that is, all right? Good evening to Paige. Paige reckons Gemma Collins could be a lifeguard. Well, you know, I believe larger people, like myself, seem to float more easily. So that could be the ideal job for her, Paige. You know, I think we should chuck her in the sea. Chuck her in the sea along with the sharks and see how they survive. The sharks would be going past Gemma. Oh, that's too big a meal for us. Thank you, Paige. Good evening to Amelia Phillips. Hello to you. George says you're in your 40s. No, I'm in my 50s. In fact, I'm very late 50s. I'm 58 and a half. That's how old I am, Amelia. All right, as you asked. Evening to Andy. Good evening to you. Evening, Chris. They're bringing back Big Breakfast for a one-off show in autumn. Maybe so you could have a spot on that slot called You Are What You Eat. Oh, you are naughty. You are naughty, attacking poor Gemma like that tonight. I've not a bad word to say about her. Let's take a call. Hello, who's on the line, please?
It's Danny.
Hello, Danny, all right? Why does your name doesn't seem to come up on here? Hang on. I must, let me see if I can do that now. I don't know why your name doesn't come up. This is Danny in Essex. Good evening, Danny.
Good evening.
And how is your face tonight? Which one have you got on?
The nice one.
Pardon?
The nice one.
Is there a nice one?
Yes, of course there's a nice one.
Yes. Get on with it then, dear.
So, yes, I don't know what to say, really, about the Gemma Collins comment. I thought it was quite funny.
What Gemma Collins comment?
The one about the hungry hippos.
Oh, that's a very cruel thing to say, darling. I mean, it's a bit of a toss-up, really, into who would be able to win a game of Hungry Hippos if we place them on the floor with their heads there and the mouths open. Would it be Gemma Collins or would it be you?
Gemma Collins would win.
Why do you think that?
Hands down.
Why do you think that?
Well, I'm not going to comment, but it was just so funny. I didn't think of that. I've heard it been said on social media quite a few times.
Oh, well, if you don't mind me saying so, could you make some of your own material then, rather than stealing other people's? I hope you don't steal any of my material for your programme, dear, on
Never.
Chelmsford FM or whatever it's called.
It's called Radio Chelmsford.
Radio Chelmsford. Would you like a jingle for that? Would you like a little jingle for that? Would you? Can you record this? Oh, just take this bit. Here we go. Ba 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 ba. Danny Davis in the morning. Da da da. If you want a request for tomorrow's show, let us know today. Danny Davis. Ba 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 ba. Chelmsford FM. Where you get not to choose the music. Sorry?
Well, I'm on, I get my new show tomorrow, I think. I think I'm moving because there's going to be a presenters meeting tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, someone being sacked. I love it when people are sacked. Can you get that on video? I want to see the disappointment and the upset in their face.
It's going to be via Teams.
What's that? Teams?
Teams is like it's Microsoft Teams. It's like a you know.
Oh wow! What a cop out. I mean, we've had sackings by text. Now we've got sackings by Teams. How awful! I mean, what sort of bloke is it? What sort of bloke is it that sacks someone and can't even face them? Oh dear me! Glad I'm not involved with it.
No, it's not. Nobody's going to get sacked. People get moving around.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And what do you think you're going to be moved around to?
Well, at the moment, I'm covering this week on the Drive show.
This is on what station? Chelmsford Radio FM, yes?
No, this is Southend.
Oh, Southend FM stereo, is it? Is it in stereo?
Yeah. Radio Southend and Radio Chelmsford.
Oh, right, okay.
Those are the two I do.
It sounds very complicated. Very complicated indeed.
So I'm on Southend this week, 4 till 7,
right,
covering the Drive, and then my normal show is Chelmsford, 7 till 10. So I'm on now on Radio Chelmsford.
And this is your recorded radio show, isn't it?
It's voice tracked, yes.
Oh well, carry on.
We've had many discussions on the show about it.
What?
We've had many discussions on the show about this.
Oh, voice tracked. You're not even sitting there listening to the records. Wow. How boring is that? Anyway, carry on, dear. I'm sure you enjoy it. I'm sure your mum... Yes. Does your mum listen?
Yes.
Oh, well, there you go. There's your fan, darling. Wonderful. Even your mum's listening. It don't get any better than that.
And
I want my mum to listen to my radio shows as well. In fact, I'm thinking of setting up a little internet radio next to her grave. But that would be unfair, because if she didn't want to listen, she wouldn't be able to turn it off, would she? Have you been cut off? Hello? He's gone. We've lost him. Are you there, Danny? He's disappeared. He's fallen off the radio. Well, never mind. Wasn't an interesting call anyway, was it? Thank you, Danny. We lost you completely then. We couldn't hear a thing. Johnny F. Hello, Johnny. Who's sitting there eating a fatty KFC. Oh, Johnny, dear. Johnny. Dear me, Johnny. No KFC. Danny, I lost you then. Don't know if you want to call back, my love. All right. Ollie K's there. Good evening, Ollie. Who says, it's raffle day today. Yes, it certainly is. The raffle will be happening a little bit later. Young Ollie, okay. Good evening to Maureen. Good evening to George Bond. Evening, George. Good evening to Sherry Parish. Evening, Sherry. As usual, we're looking forward to watch your show. Life would be boring without you in it. I'm sure it would. I'm sure it would. Hello to John Parish. Evening to John Parish. Good evening to Diane Jebb. There's Paul in Cornwall, where it's raining and very windy, from DJ Sparky and Joe. It's actually Joe's birthday on Sunday, so do remind me. Do you know, I keep putting my air conditioning on and off tonight. 1 minute I'm cold and then I'm hot again. I seem to be getting quite hot in bed at the moment. I don't know why that is. Feeling very warm in bed. Evening to Shania. Evening, Shania, on the Isle of Wight there. Evening to Fran Green. Evening to you, Fran. I don't know if you heard that wonderful rave track I played yesterday morning. Sandstorm by Darude. I played that especially for you yesterday. Hope you're well there. Jeff Burley's in the house. Good evening, Jeff. Hope you're well, Jeff. Who says, hi, Chris. Hope you're well. Hope you haven't been to swimming baths at Woodall Spa with Gemma Collins. I mean, it's a big pool, but... you know, maybe enough room for Gemma in the Woodall Spa pools in Lincolnshire. She could be a stand-in for the Thames Barrier if it ever needed repairing. Sorry, the water's a bit high. Send Gemma in. Thank you. Danny. Think I can see my number in the raffle ticket jar. The excitement is killing me. Danny Drayton, can you see it in here? Can you see it? Let's just twist it around. Maybe one or two of you can see your numbers. There, look, there's quite a lot of them there. How excited are you? We'll be doing that raffle soon. Once again, Danny, I don't know, you got cut off then. I didn't cut you off, promise me. If you want to call back, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine as well. All right, my love. Amelia, you're getting hot at night because it's called old age, says Amelia. Yeah, it probably is, Amelia. It's probably called old age. But then again, do you really think you're going to look as good as me at your age? When you're as my age? I mean, you don't now. And you're like 30 or 40 years younger, aren't you, my love? Is that funny, Amelia? Why is that? You don't look as good as I do now when you're like 40 years younger. Isn't that strange and mysterious? Anyway, Reese is there. He says you definitely. Oh, sorry, I've read Reese's little message there. I think yes. Thank you very much, Reese. 0208 144 3477. If you want to call in to the show tonight, and we speak about Gemma Collins there. And there's another young lady who wants to do something. Another one of your favourites. If you love reality... Oh, hang on a minute. I haven't done my emails tonight, have I? I better check the emails as well. One moment. Hello to Vera. Good evening, Vera. Vera Taylor is in the house. Actually, we'll do this now. We'll do this now, and then we'll do the other... Oh, I don't know which way to do it round now. No, I'll do the other story first. Talking to Gemma Collins. If you like her, you'll probably like this other self-made person who's in the papers all the time. She gets married every other year. She never, ever goes out with a minger. She's got so much plastic in her that she cannot now go out in the sunshine because she simply starts sagging. And then she has to go in and have another face job or an arse job or a body suck out of the fat job. Yes, it's the delightful Katie Price. Never, ever goes out with a minger. Never. All good-looking lads. And she sucks the life out of them. Perhaps I should use a different expression there, I don't know. But she sucks the life out of them, and then she dumps them and moves on to the next young model. At the moment, it's Carl, isn't it? Is it Carl at the moment she's going out with? But she's got a little ambition as well, and there's nothing wrong with having an ambition. My ambition was to be on BBC television and radio, and I did that last year. Only for 2 minutes, but nevertheless, I did it. Can you believe that's over a year and a half ago now? Managed to get on BBC One on the Look North programme and BBC Lincolnshire, but I don't think I'm what they want. I'm a little bit too outspoken, you know what I mean? Mind you, Piers Morgan got away with it on This Morgan. I'm now going to do a very quick impression of Piers Morgan, okay? Very quick impression of Piers Morgan. Just a moment. Let's go to something else. One moment, please. There we go. We're on there. Very quick impression of Piers Morgan. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, I'm not having that. I'm out of here now. I'm out of here. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye. I'm out of here. No, it's all right. I haven't really gone. There we go. Little impression there of Piers Morgan. Bless his heart. It was all too much for him, wasn't it, eh? Well, Katie Price, she's got another ambition. She wants to compete in something. I think she might be a little bit too old to do this, but let's read it. Katie Price in the Daily Star has reported to have teased a big career change. Yes, I wonder what she could be now. What is she best known for? She wants a big career change as she looks to focus her time on equestrian sport. Now, I do hope you know. It's horses, dear. Oh, please don't. What do you mean, what is that? It's horses. Equestrian sport. After feeling inspired by the impressive work at the delayed Tokyo 2020 Olympics. She wants to ride horses. The question is, do they want her on there? I mean, the horse would disappear if she jumped on that, wouldn't she? Dear me. Katie Price has set herself some exceptionally high goals, and there's nothing wrong with setting a goal, as she admits that she wants to compete in the next Olympics in 2024. The 43-year-old has always been an avid horse lover, but it seems she's finally ready to push herself even further after years of saying she wanted to take part. And good luck to her. My sister loves horses. She one of her dreams was to own her own horse. Which may or may not happen. You never know. You never know what's around the corner, do you? And great niece Evie, she has horse riding lessons. She, bless her heart, she fell off a couple of weeks ago. It's not nice to see a child hurt, is it? But she picked herself up and she went back to the next lesson the next week. So good on her as well. Do you ride a horse? Have you got a horse? Perhaps you've got a horse. Or where do you ride horse? And I don't mean the donkeys in Skegness. Please don't. Please don't say, yeah, well, I ride horses. They're small horses. The donkeys at Skegness. Now, it's not the same thing, dear. Do you actually ride? Does anyone ride horses here, like on a regular basis? If so, where? And do you like that? You can call in 020 8144 3477 is my local London number. It's not a premium rate number, just a reminder of that, gang. It's a local London number, 020 8144 3477. She says, after watching Oliver Townend, Laura Collett and Tom McEwen complete in the dressage, cross-country and show jumping competitions for the Olympics, Katie has been left feeling inspired. Well, you've only got to look at Princess Anne. Did she win a gold? Princess Anne, this is 1974. I'm guessing 74 there. Someone look that up for me, will you? I'm sure. Did Princess Anne actually win a gold? Because she competed at the Olympics, didn't she? Princess Anne. Wonderful woman. Wonderful woman. As she congratulated the team on their win, she said in her Instagram story... Oh, we got a phone call. Let's just take this phone call. Hello, who's on the line, please?
It's non-Vectus Humphrey.
It's Vectus Humphrey! Simon Humphrey, I think we'll call you Vectus.
Yes.
Is this a new number, darling? Your name hasn't come off either. Poor Danny got...
No, this is one of the numbers I use from my multimedia switchboard. I've used it before.
Oh, have you got several numbers? Yeah.
Well, depending on who I'm talking to, how important they are, you know.
This is obviously your hotline, this one then, isn't it?
Of course it is. Anyway,
yes.
Anyway, I wanted to give you a bit of advice. One ex-broadcaster to another.
Oh, thanks very much. Thanks very much. Yes, we're always open to advice.
You've got too many opinions. In actual fact, you've got an opinion, so that's right. You're just not allowed opinions nowadays. You'll never go far, dear, with opinions.
I know that. I'm not BBC. I know that now. I'm not even LBC. I'm not anyone. That's why I'm.
I think you could be LBC, given the right push in the right direction.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so. You've got to be highly intelligent and know an answer for everyone who's coming at you. You see, for that, I think. Mind you, I could be like, who's a bloke on at the weekend? I don't listen anymore. He just becomes so far left. I can't remember his name. Nick Abbott.
Oh,
if
right.
If you don't agree with him, he just
sometimes on the old smart speaker, you know.
Yeah, well, if you don't agree with him, he just cuts you off, and that's it.
Yeah, but I don't know what's the matter with people now, because you get quite a few people obviously phone LBC up, and if not so much the presenter perhaps, but if some of the people phone up, they got a few flipping funny ideas, and it doesn't bother me. It doesn't make me want to phone up and complain about that or whatever. If you disagree with something, it's going to do one of two things. If you hear an opinion that you don't like, is either going to make you question your own opinion and perhaps change it, or you're just going to have your same opinion and let them get theirs. There's too many snowflakes about, especially on the Isle of Wight. There's even more snowflakes.
Oh, I'm sure there's an awful lot of snowflakes on the Isle of Wight, my dear. Yeah. What gets me is like when people are having conversations, and it doesn't necessarily have to be on the radio or anything like that, even out in public, and one of them just will not let the other one speak or get in, if you see what I mean. I've seen that so many times before.
Yeah, do you reckon it's anything to do with Facebook or sort of media stuff like that? Because I don't know. I think that's changed a lot of people's attitude. You know, it's because that's really weird, because you get arguments that go on and on and on Facebook, and especially since I haven't had quite so much to do with radio, I don't tend to post so much on Facebook now, because I just get fed up with all the idiots.
Yeah, them and Twitter. But I think it's because of those sort of things that when you're actually having a conversation with someone, for example, on the phone, like we are now, you may notice that when I talk, you give way. And when you talk, I give way. But I feel that there's a lot of people not like that anymore, and they're just not interested in what the other side has got to say. A good example would be perhaps someone like Owen Jones on a TV programme, and he's just not interested in what the other side has to say.
Yeah, it's silly, because it's as I say, it's just a general thing that other people nowadays can't seem to have opinions that are different. I've had many an argument with people, and I'll still stay friends with them. I might not agree with what they're saying, but you don't have to fall out with people just because you think you're right and they're wrong.
Oh yeah, that's like me and Danny Davis, who you just heard a little while ago. Very, very good friend of mine, and we couldn't disagree more about radio, about the way radio is now. He does voice tracking. He does no live. He can do live shows, right? But he basically does live tracking, and he gets paid for the job, which is fair enough. It's a job, right? I get that.
He gets paid for it?
He gets £40 a show. 40 quid a show, dear. I mean, the man is practically rolling it. He's never sent me a bleeding tip, though, has he? Tight-fisted git. Never sent me a tip. But yes, and we have very, very different opinions of this whole voice tracking thing. And I don't want to explain the all the bits and pieces. Basically, it's where you do a radio show, and you just you record about 4 bits of talking, okay? And then you have like a program on your computer, which I think is connected to a studio somewhere, and you put these bits of talking in, and then the computer does something and slots it in between the songs. You don't even sit there and listen to the music. And I don't see how you can actually enjoy doing that. But he says he does, and if he says he does, he does. But we get quite heated with that, and then we say goodbye and we put the phone down and we're friends. You know, we just have a very, very different opinion of that, and he keeps trying to convince me to send in a demo, and I don't want to do it. Don't want to do it.
For 40 quid a show, I'll talk to Gemma Collins. I don't
exactly. For 40 quid a show, you wouldn't be able to take her out for a meal, sunshine.
Oh no, I'd let her pay.
But yeah, and he did, as I told you last time, he did say if you were interested in that, then I should give you the details. Did you have any more thoughts on that one? I mean, literally, you record.
Yeah. I don't like voice tracking.
No,
really.
I didn't think you would.
That's what sort of got me into trouble I'm not going to mention names, because I say the doors are left open ajar for me to go back into the mega international broadcasting scenario, which I might well do. I don't know, but I just can't get into the spirit. I just can't get
the flow.
Into the atmosphere of the show.
Absolutely. There's something very exciting, when you sit here. Sometimes it gets very exciting in the morning. I have to tell you, sitting there looking at that.
Excited, I can tell. You sound very perky in the morning.
Sitting there watching that countdown going down. Even now, not so much on the YouTube channel, but on the Reach on Air station, I have a countdown going down in front of me now, which says 1 hour, 13 minutes and 26 seconds at the moment. And I have to finish bang on time, at least say goodbye to Reach On Air at that time, because that's when it goes. You know, and it's very, very exciting. Just before you sit there, you're sitting there waiting for the show, and the clock's coming down. 3, 2, 1, and bang, you're on. And often I fall over that, and I think this morning I get the words mixed up, and I don't know why that is. It happened again this morning, but it doesn't matter because
it's just a radio presenter's curse. I always remember talking about being very proud, because I'm sad about that, about a new pair of expensive headphones I got, and for some reason it come out as I bought some new expensive headlights. And the moment you say it, you think, where the hell did that come from? What inner reaches of my mind did that come from? Well, I didn't mean it to. It just happened.
I listen back to my own show. I do. As soon as I finish, I log on and I listen back to my own show, depending on where I'm going or whatever. And often I hear that you've moved the words around. You've moved. Well,
yes.
There was something the other day I said, and of course at the time you don't realise it, and then you hear it later on. How the hell did you do that? And you've swapped. Like if you was doing word number 1 and word number 2, you may have done them the wrong way. Word number 2 and word number 1, and you know what they meant, but you think to yourself, well, if anyone was listening to that, they wouldn't know the hell what I was talking about.
Now, you know what the great Eric Morecambe would say, don't you?
What?
You're saying all the right words, but not necessarily in the right
the right order. Oh, Morecambe and Wise, have we missed those, don't we, Vectis?
Oh, that was one of the highlights of my Christmas Day telly. That. It's I still, of course, when many moons ago, sob, when I was on the radio.
Yeah.
I always used to play out my show with them singing positive thinking. And I just think they were great. They were. Well, I don't know. There's just none of that sort of style of comedy now. I suppose things move on, don't they? You can't expect everyone to stay in the...
Is there any double acts apart? Ant and Dec aren't really a comedy double act, are they?
No.
I mean, they're good at what they
really
do, but they're not like a comedy double act. Have they done like variety shows like Morecambe and Wise or the Two Ronnies? They haven't, have they?
No.
They're presenters, aren't they? They're presenters.
Could be Gemma and Chris. There could be quite a lot of comedy value in that.
Gemma and Chris. Well, yes. On This Morning. Will you tell Pip Schofield or will I? You know. Bye-bye.
Well, I don't know. I think they might have to reinforce one of the chairs. I'm not saying who for, but...
Well, Philip Schofield will have to be told. Perhaps you could do it on a team meeting, as just mentioned. A team meeting, so you don't actually, you know... I mean, is he short, Philip Schofield? I think he's a short person, isn't he?
I don't know. He turns up on a lot of people's doorsteps trying to sell them gin, I think. I mean, if you had the choice between talking to Philip Schofield or nicking his gin, what would you do? Although, having said that, I think Philip Schofield's all right. It's just, as you say, a trifle overexposed, isn't it?
Oh, God, overexposed is an understatement, yeah. And Holly Willoughby and Amanda Holden, all of them. Give us someone different for a change.
I wouldn't mind Holly Willoughby, but her being overexposed. But then I must be careful, because otherwise I'll get kicked off your show. Ofcom might be listening.
I think a rising star has got to be that Roman Kemp boy. I think he'll be a big star. I think we're going to start seeing him soon, like, I don't know, hosting quiz shows and things like that. I'd like to see him be given...
you fancy him.
Well, of course, darling, of course. I mean, the boy rings me every morning just after 9 begging me to stop the show because I keep stealing all his listeners.
Well, I can understand that. You're a big draw, aren't you?
I am a. Let's see. I've got it written down. I am a. Have you heard the show at all? Yeah, you have. I am a global media personality at all, according to Chris in Farnborough. A global media personality. I've even written it down in front of me so that I don't forget.
I know. It's a shame you only broadcast from a rusty caravan with a soft floor and a council.
I beg your pardon.
But hey, you know, sort of your turn might come, you know.
Rusty caravan? Excuse me, we're in Berkshire at the moment. We're not in Lincolnshire at the moment. And if we were, we would be at the luxurious Waterside Media Centre.
Yeah, I did mention where you are as well. I say the near area council estate, as Del Boy used to say.
Council estate. I think I'm going to have to cut you off. Goodbye.
Bye then.
Rude man. Council estate. It's a private property, dear. I mean, it's an ex-council house, but it's a private property. How rude are some people on this phone tonight? I'm sorry, you got a bit of jumping going on there, which I can sort by doing that, I think. That one there, and that one there, and that should sort that. 0208 144 3477 is my local London number. Oh, awful lot of messages to read here. I said hello to Paige, didn't I? Mark Bowles. Do you like ring donuts or just rings? No, I wouldn't want to see that, actually, Mark. No, I don't think I'd want to see that, Mark. Thank you very much. We must get an updated hot picture of you to show to millions of people all over the world who watch the YouTube show, my love. Hello to Amelia Phillips. I've got messages that keep coming back to me. I don't know why that is. Gary Ross says you could strap explosives all around Gemma Collins and drop her in the North Sea to stop the Russian Navy's war games. That's a good idea, Gary. No one would dare come here after that. You and George Bond standing on top of Dover with your bow and arrows at the rubber dinghies. And Gemma Collins dropped in the North Sea to stop the Russian Navy's war games. We wouldn't need nuclear explosives, would we, if we had all that? Shania says, oh no, Daddy's on one. He certainly is today. Not a voice track show. No, I knew he wouldn't want to do that. I know that. Hello to Rachel. Here we go. On the subject of Princess Anne, thank you very much, Rachel, who says she became a respected equestrian, winning 1 gold medal in 1971, 2 silver medals in 1975 at the European Eventing Championships. In 1976, she became the first member of the British royal family to have completed in the Olympic Games. So that's Princess Anne. Wonderful. Thank you very much for that, Rachel, for doing a little bit of research for me. Much appreciated. Ollie Kay says Gemma Collins wouldn't be able to get up the ladder seat thingy. What's the ladder seat thingy? I'm not quite sure what that is. Ladder seat. Where was that? Ladder seat thingy. Is that in a pool or something like that? Maureen is recommending a good 2-part drama called Lucan on the ITV hub. We often look at TV shows. It started last night on ITV based on the Lord Lucan story. So thanks very much for that, Maureen. Much appreciated. Let's take another call. Finish in 08. Hello, who's on the line, please?
It's me, George.
Hello, George. How are you? None of your names are coming up. Is this a different number, George?
No.
Isn't it strange? No one's names are coming up with the numbers tonight. I'm just getting numbers for some reason. I don't know why that is, but never mind. How are you, George?
Fine. You did have an updated, didn't you? You updated it last week.
Updated what?
The Skype.
Skype, yes. Yes, we did.
Wonder if that's knocked everybody's names off.
I don't know. I mean, the names, where are we? I can usually see calls. Maybe there's a setting or something that I've done wrong. Phone. No, I mean, I've got, what's that there? Contacts. There's all the contacts there. But for some reason, the names just aren't coming up tonight. Strangely enough, just numbers. But it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All right.
Yes. Did you get my email?
Yes, I have. I haven't looked at it yet.
Yes. Looks nasty, don't it?
I haven't looked at it yet, so save that for Sunday night, George, and we'll do that one for you on Sunday, my darling, all right?
Yes. I liked your thing with the bow and arrow, didn't know what you said.
What about standing on Dover, on the White Cliffs of Dover, protecting our shores? That was actually Gary Ross that suggested that. Perhaps you could pair up with him and protect the country, dear. Protect the country against rubber dinghies. Are you liking the sound of that?
Yes.
Because you are quite a good shot, aren't you, George? When I've watched your videos of you with the target practice thing that you do there.
Yes.
Very good. Very good.
And I don't even edit it either.
I know you don't, darling. How's your nan? Is she all right? Still around, is she?
She's fine.
All right. All right, George, thanks for calling in tonight.
Yeah.
Have a nice evening. Bye.
Bye.
There's George. He always gives us a little call in the evening. 0208 144 3477 is my phone number. Hello to Ross Packed Out, who says, Adam Croft is sounding rather butch tonight, dear. Good evening to you, Ross. Yes, filling in for young Adam today. Did you have any news? Ross is trying to buy a house at the moment, and he put an offer in, asking. I think he offers the asking price, but there was a lot of other people there going to see. Beautiful house he was looking at. Any news on the house, Ross? Any news on the house, please do let us know there. Good evening to Stephen Petty. Emily, Stephen and Alison are listening on the show today. Fran Green, on the subject of Katie Price, maybe she could get a job and pay her bills. Yeah, because she's like, isn't she a bankrupt? Katie Price. Yeah, she's get all this money to go on holiday. It's a joke, isn't it? But she could pay her bills instead of going nip and tuck holidays. Nip and tuck holidays. Perhaps I should go on one of those. You know, I've always thought, perhaps I could have a little bit of fat cut off from my waist. Or get a friend, you can get a friend. Just insert a small straw in there and suck away at the fat and spit it into some sort of receptacle. And then you'd have, it's like cheap liposuction, isn't it? Just a reminder, gang, if you're going to do that, paper straws, please. The wows are eating all the straws and they're not liking them. Okay, paper straws only. Thank you, Danny. I'm loving the suit, jacket and joggers combo tonight. Thank you very much. I never bother with the bottom half, Danny. Why bother? Why bother with the bottom half? No point in doing that, my darling. You can't see that bit. God knows what I'm just trying to think of his name now. The Welsh boy. Hugh Edwards. God knows what Hugh Edwards is doing underneath that desk. It's worrying, isn't it? Kay Burley's not doing anything, is she? She just wanders around. Have you noticed the GB News breakfast? That's changed. They're behind a desk now. It's Simon McCoy, which is good. That's good. I watched a little bit of GB News this morning. Simon McCoy on there. Peter Lake, hello to Peter, who's watching live on his Samsung 55-inch television. Do I fit on there? Gemma Collins won't even go on a 55-inch television. You know that, don't you? You know that. Anyway, back to this Katie Price story, if you don't mind, gang. She wants to represent us at the Olympics, and she's very much into horses. She says it's not the first time that Katie has mentioned her Olympic dreams after first saying she hoped to take part in 2008, but last year she mentioned again how she hoped for a gold medal. You see, the trouble is, I think Katie, if she's jumping up and down on those horses, bits might fall off her. I can see the horse jumping over a fence and the teeth flying out of her head. Because they're not hers, are they? They're not hers. She said at the time, I have positive plans for the future. I still hope to get that Olympic gold. I'm setting the bar high as always and see it, dream it, and it will happen. Well, good luck to you, Katie. Good luck. I hope you get on that. I really do. I hope you get on that horse and you don't make too much of a mess of the horse while you're sitting on it, my darling. God knows what will leak out of you onto that horse. It's frightening. Let's just hope it's not acidic. She said last year it was revealed, and she goes on about her broken feet. So there we are. That's what Katie wants to do. She wants to go horse riding. But there's another story here I sent in by Gary Ross. Thank you very much, Gary. She might be in prison, you see. She may not be able to do this. Because Katie Price may face prison if she misses her upcoming bankruptcy hearing. Oh, that'd be funny, wouldn't it? Can you imagine her in prison? That'd never happen. It'd never happen. The 43-year-old star will return to court in a bid to get out of paying off her £3.2 million debt. I'll just say that to you again. £3.2 million debt. How do you build up a debt like that? Answer, you keep getting your face done. And there's that beautiful boy, Carl Woods, with her. Oh, he's gorgeous. What are you doing with her, darling? You can have me. Dear me. Carl Woods there. Another chav. Another chief chav. How old is he now? He might be a bit young, that one. Is he a bit? How is it? No, he looks older. Mind you, if you're with her for long enough, you're bound to start looking old, aren't you? Katie would be in contempt of court if she fails to appear without notifying the judge. Well, she might be on holiday, perhaps having a new nose or a new set of eyeballs or something. The TV star is currently on a holiday with her fiancé Carl Woods after taking their family to St Lucia. I've been there. It's all right. St Lucia. Her fourth holiday abroad in just 2 months. After being declared bankrupt in November 2019, she was supposed to pay off £12,000 a month. 12,000. Imagine just that going out your account. 12 grand a month. Blimey. That's more expensive than my Reach On Air subscription. £12,000 a month. To her creditors after taking out an individually voluntary arrangement but failed to do so. She hasn't been paying it. Oh dear. Officials will now review her attempts to pay back her hefty debts to creditors 2 years after going bust. She saw her once lucrative £45 million empire fall apart after the downfall of her third marriage to Kieran Hayler, who's got an absolutely delightful video on the internet, if you ever want to look for it. Kieran Hayler and the collapse of her business. Katie managed to avoid bankruptcy in early 2019, but was only given 12 weeks off to stave off financial ruin. She's now under pressure to pay off the £3.2 million debt. Well, we need to set up an account for her. Who's going to do a GoFundMe? Has she got an OnlyFans? Shall we subscribe to Katie Price's? I bet she's got an OnlyFans. Ross, you can look that up for me. You look at all those sort of things, don't you, my love? Does your missus know about that? An OnlyFans account. Katie Price's OnlyFans account. Has she got one of those? I mean, I'm thinking of setting one up myself. When I've lost the weight, mind. She says she hopes the court is understanding in why it's been slow progress. So we may not see her at the Olympics after all, boys and girls. Which is a shame, isn't it? Shame, really. I nearly said to you, melted your microphone, but you didn't. I muted the telly. Oh, couldn't you hear me? Sorry, George. George couldn't hear me properly. He muted his telly. Do pay full attention. Ross says he only goes for the hardcore stuff, dear. Did you look up that one I told you about, Ross? Talking of Olympics, I mean, wow. That girl, 13 years old, little British girl. How blooming marvellous was that to see her on the news? Children who achieve something are one of the most wonderful things you can ever see. They really are. And it can be something simple like great niece Evie, like watching her on a video of her on a horse. That's a great achievement for a child, I think. Or perhaps if you're a dad and you've got a son, you take football, I don't know how old he is, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever, and you go and watch him and he's just there on the football pitch and he does something great like, I don't know, score a goal or something like that. I mean, don't be nasty to your blooming children. I went to watch my nephew Jimmy. This is about 15 years ago now. And he was 10 years old at the time. No, so it'd be about 13 years. It was 10 years old at the time. And I was staying up there. And my sister said, we're going to you must come and watch Jimmy play football. I said, oh, yeah, that's all right. Sunday morning, 9 o'clock. Oh, mate, it was freezing cold. It was awful. But nevertheless, you watch him playing the football, and it's great to see a child doing something like that, don't you think? What is really sad is to see fathers and mothers standing round the edge of the pitch when their child hasn't perhaps lived up to what they think they should be, and they're shouting obscenities, oh, you're effing useless and all that, at their own children, which I think is just awful. You don't deserve that child shouting things like that just because he or she is not able to perhaps kick the ball in as you think they should do it. I mean, what sort of scum are you to berate your child like that in front of other people? There's something very special about seeing a child get somewhere. And this girl, 13 years old, Great Britain's youngest Olympic medal winner of all time. By far. By far. Sky Brown's her name. BBC website. Age 13 years and 28 days. When you're that age, you're allowed to say the days as well, aren't you? It's like, you know when you're like, how old are you? I am 7 and 3 weeks. I'm 7 and 5 months. I'm 8 and 6 months. Age 13 years and 28 days, Sky Brown produced a composed final run to finish third in the women's park skateboarding final and claim bronze at the Tokyo Games. Blooming marvellous. Marvellous. And she looked so pleased. You imagine being that child, or even more, imagine being the parents of that child watching her win. How fantastic would that be? Have you got a child who's achieved something that you're very proud of? Doesn't have to be winning an Olympics. Maybe a swimming certificate. 50 yards swimming. You know, maybe scored a goal at the local school football team. Maybe played piano on a stage somewhere. I did that when I was 15 and my mum and dad were just over the moon. Or maybe being in some sort of show or something like that. Perhaps just as a member of the chorus in the background, but it doesn't matter. Your child was on a stage. How proud did you feel? I bet those of you with children, what things has your child done to make you proud? Don't even need to be anything to do with showbiz. Maybe that child, her or him, goes out and looks after your mum, their nan, once a week. Maybe they did something for you years ago or recently, whatever, and you're very proud of what they did off their own back. What thing has your child done? Send us a text and tell me about it. 07451287337 or an email, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, or use the Reach on Air message box, or you can call in 0208 144 3477 is my local London number. Let's take a call finishing 45. Hello, who's on the line, please?
Good evening, this is Ross Patzel. Is this the world famous Chris Reardon show?
It is. How fortunate you are to be speaking to me tonight.
Well, a very good evening to you, my love.
Evening, Ross. Nice to hear you. Listen.
How are you?
Any news on the house, Ross?
Yes, okay. House update number 34. Here we go.
Yes.
Right, so yesterday we looked at that very nice house that I'll show you the pictures of.
Yeah.
We didn't go for that, purely for the fact... No, we didn't go for it because we realised after we'd viewed it, there was a bus stop pretty much outside the house.
Right.
And we didn't really like the idea of a bus stop being right outside the house. And, you know, you get people hanging around bus stops and stuff like that. And
chavs. You get beautiful chavs hanging around bus stops.
Well, yeah, I know it's perfect for you because, you know, you enjoy looking at chavs. But, no, we didn't feel like... And I'll be honest with you, the time we actually got upstairs, we were looking around downstairs. We got upstairs... And then literally, as we got upstairs and we were viewing, there was a ring on the doorbell, and the next people were there to view, and we literally had no time to view it properly. We were really, really rushed because they had so many people booked in for viewings.
Yeah.
We just went away very confused, and also, you know, we didn't like I said, we didn't really like the idea. There was a passageway down the side of the house. We didn't. Do you not like
a back passage then? No.
No, I don't dare. No, I've given it up.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, so anyway, we sort of went away and thought, no, that's not right. You know, it's a lovely house, but it's not right, not in the right location. And then today, there was another one come up today, even closer to work, even closer to school. And we went and viewed that one, and we absolutely loved it. It had everything we wanted.
Right. How much is this one?
Sorry, go on.
How much is this one?
What? This one is 270, and the other one was 300.
I was going to say it's 30 grand less. You'd have money in your pocket.
Exactly there. But this one's on a dead end close. It's a nice quiet road, and it's got a lovely driveway at the front, whereas the other one didn't even have a driveway. A really nice conservatory, a big open kitchen, lovely bedrooms, carpeted all brand new. Everything's just lovely to move into. So we've put an offer in for 265. That is 270, but they always say to put a little bit lower to start with and kind of see, you know, what happens. And so they're going to put an offer in tomorrow, and then we'll see what happens from there. And we might get it, but there's about 6 other people viewing it tonight and tomorrow. So, the thing is, everyone seems to be all looking at the same places.
Well, it has been in the newspapers that houses, it's a seller's market at the moment. Seems to be there's a lot of people looking to move, I suppose, because of the amount of time that you've got the people looking now that couldn't look last year, if you see what I mean.
Exactly. Yeah, that's all backed up. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, but what about the garden? What about the garden?
Yeah, that isn't massive, but that's got artificial grass, so I haven't got any lawn to worry about.
Oh, no, dear, no. Not artificial grass, dear. Plastic. Oh, no. No. It's like, you're as bad as those people with the artificial hanging baskets. There's loads of them.
I like them.
Oh, they're awful. Yeah, they're in the pound shop.
I might get them.
They're so bad that they're in the pound shop. I see them.
No.
Have you been to cemeteries and people have put plastic flowers on people's graves? And the thing is, they seem to do it, right? And then they don't come back for 5 years or whatever, right? Because you can go around these cemeteries and you see these bits of plastic and they've been bleached white by the sun. Awful. No.
They've got better ones than Home Base. The actual proper, they look like real hanging baskets.
No.
I wouldn't get them because they're a bit chavvy, but yeah.
Oh, plastic hanging baskets.
We're very upper class where we live. But no, the hunt goes on. We're
Sorry, what did you say then?
About this one. I said the hunt.
Oh, hunt. I beg your pardon. Yeah. Yes.
Yes, the hunt goes on.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes, so I'll keep you updated. But thank you very much for your interest. I do appreciate it. How are you anyway, right?
I like to keep fully informed. If you want to whack over a couple of photos, I can look after the show. I take great interest in housing. Great interest because
are you talking about the mucky photos or the photos of the house?
No, the photos of the house, dear.
Oh, all right. Yeah. I say normally asking for the other ones.
Oh, did you look up Kathy?
No, not yet. No,
we'll have a look, darling. Have a look.
Donna's fast asleep.
Yeah. Wait till she's asleep to look at that one.
Yeah. Will do. How's the caravan going? Is that all right?
I'm not there at the moment. No, not there at the moment. I'm at home at the moment. Sorry, I'm at the Mirable Studios in Royal Berkshire at the moment. I'm going back up to the I'm not up to the luxurious Waterside Media Centre for a couple of weeks now.
Well, I was there last week, and I was in Lincolnshire last weekend, and I was gonna come in and pop on your door. That sounds weird.
Actually,
and knock on your door.
Actually, missed you by a day, I believe. I believe you got there on Friday, and I left on Friday. So that's just how it is.
Trying to tell me something?
Eh? Well, yes, really. Now, listen. While you're on the phone, on the subject, can I just play this, please? Just a moment, please.
Okay.
Thank you. We have received a super chat tonight. A little tips come from Mr. Stephen Petty. Thank you, Stephen, for the tip. Much appreciated. People send me tips, Yeah.
Thank you, Stephen.
Fabulous. Thank you, Stephen.
I might start doing it on my show. I can get a bigger house.
Well, try. While we're on the subject, we're just talking about children. And have you got
Don't have them. Horrible things. Don't have children.
You got 2 girls, haven't you?
Yes, pain in the arse.
Tell me what they've done that you're really proud of.
Oh, jeez. They actually no. They got their first ever swimming certificate the other day through the post.
Doesn't that feel good? What are they? Is that like?
Well, no, that didn't. That cost about £10.
What do you mean it costs?
They have badges as well there. As long as they charge now, they're not free.
What?
£10 for 2 badges and a laminated certificate. That is how much it is now, dear.
You've got to be joking.
No, because they go to a private swimming thing.
So your child wins something and they have to pay for their own awards?
Oh, it's a liberty, isn't it?
Oh, I've never heard of such. I can't believe that.
Exactly.
That's like blind. Oh, I can't believe that. When I was in the Cubs and all that business and schools, that we weren't charged extra. It was kind of all in the thing, Oh, that's outrageous.
No,
You're going to pay for your own badges that you win?
Yeah.
Dear me. Yeah. Poor Katie Price, she might have to pay for her own award that she might win at the Olympics for the horse racing then.
Loser.
I'm concerned she'll sit on that horse and make the most terrible mess,
Oh, dear. Anyway, I've got to go. I've got to get the kids to bed there, but lovely to speak to you.
Thank you. Bye, Ross.
Have a look at show.
Good luck with your move. He's trying to move at the moment, bless him. He needs a bigger house for all his beautiful girls that he's got there. We're about to do the raffle. Stand by, everyone. Jeff. We've read that. I keep getting messages come back at me for some reason. We've done the Thames Barrier one. There's Reese. Reese, who's 11 years old. He says, I don't know what I've done to make my parents proud. I know that I've done things, though. I just can't remember. I'm sure you've done stuff to make them proud there. I'm sure you have. Now, let me just... I might clear down these messages. Just a second. Let me clear these down, because I keep getting the same messages come back at me for some reason. One moment, please. Let's just make a little adjustment now. Hang on. Don't send me anything for a second. Let's just clear those down. Close. Done. There we go. All right. Okay, gang. Now, I think we'll do the raffle now. Time is rushing away tonight, and I can't believe it's like, it's gone 9:15 already on the show today. Let me just check my emails for you. Okay, we've got one from Vera there that we're going to read out in a moment or two. Want to tell you all about my my trip to Greg's earlier on. Meanwhile, it's raffle time. Here are all the tickets, gang. Let's get rid of that for a minute. There's all the tickets, okay? It's raffle time. Someone is about to win one of these marvellous stickers. And if you don't win it tonight, don't worry. We'll be giving out more raffle tickets a little bit later on in the show. You get another chance next week to win something. Something. Is it a sticker? Or is it something else? Bit of money coming in now. We're able to do these things. I'm back at work on Friday nights. Here we go. Anyway, let's do the raffle, gang. Okay, raffle time. Raffle time. Watch carefully. If you're listening, don't worry. Everyone can see there's no cheating going on along here. Just a reminder, gang. If you're listening on Reach on Air, you can join us on YouTube. Just type into your address bar unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. You can join us on YouTube. While you're there, if you could click the little thumbs up button, the like button, that's always appreciated. Or if you're watching on YouTube and you just want to listen, switch over, log on to reachonair.com, click listen, or on a smart speaker, something like that, and you'll be able to listen like that, okay? Right, so we've whirred around the tickets. Who is going to win tonight's little thing? Now, let me just watch that drum roll, because Alan Ross reported me last week because it was too loud. Sorry about that, Alan. Here we go. Time to pull the ticket. I said ticket. Pull the ticket. Thank you very much. Here we go. We've got a ticket. I hope you've written down your numbers, because we only read out the number, okay? And look at that. There we go. It's ticket number 100. Who has got ticket number 100? Someone has won this wonderful sticker, okay? It's up to you to claim the prize. Ticket number 100. There you go. That's your winner this week. Oh, and here's all the other tickets going in the bin. What a shame. Oh, yeah. What a very big bin I've got here, darling. We call it a bin. The Americans are so thick, they have to call it a waste paper basket because they don't know what to put in it. I kid you not. I kid you. Glenda, honestly, I'm only joking, Glenda. Oh, she'll be upset by that one. You're not upset, are you, Glenda? You know that, darling. All right, so get ready. We will be giving out some more tickets for the show today. But tonight's winner is ticket number 100. If you have ticket number 100, text now 074. And do you know what? I think we can play... Can I play Danny Drayton's thing on here? I don't know if your sound is copywritten. I better not. Yes, text in 07451 287 337 if you are the winner of that, my darlings. Okay? And I will reveal if the person claims who the winner is. If not, we'll read that out on tomorrow morning's radio show as well, and do it then as well. DJ Coolio is in the house. Good evening, Coolio, who said, just tuned in. What did I miss? Nothing. It's all crap, mate. It's all crap. You missed nothing at all, DJ Coolio. Have a fabulous weekend. If I can get more slots, I will do from my studio. Thank you, DJ Coolio. Whereabouts are you, anyway? What part of the world are you in, DJ Coolio? And as a matter of interest, are you like a club? Tell us more about you, because we don't really know much about you. Are you like a club DJ or a bedroom DJ? Are you a young person, teenager, older person? Tell us more about yourself, DJ Coolio, because we like to find out. Oh, we got tickets. Yes, the ticket has been claimed. Thank you very much, Sherry Parish. They've both texted in case it didn't work. Look at that. Sherry Parish texts in, John Parish is the winner of ticket number 100, and if I turn the ticket around, there's his little name on the back there, John Parish. Thank you very much, John. There you go. If you just text me your full postal address, and one of these stickers will be in the post for you tomorrow. All right? Did I have something else there? I thought. I tell you what, I will also include a small sticker as well. Okay, as a bonus prize. It just gets better and better, doesn't it, for you, John? There you go. You get a large sticker and a small sticker, as I found a couple of small stickers left over. More raffle tickets coming in a little while, boys and girls. All right? And worry not. Let me just talk about Greg's. Do you mind if I have a mention of Greg's now? Oh, I've got your address already. Thank you, John. Is that the full address? That's the full address, isn't it? Okay, that will be in the post for you tomorrow morning. So hopefully you'll get it Saturday or maybe Monday, depending on how quick the post is. Okie doke. Right, Greg's the Bakers. I've been down Greg's the Bakers. I put together a little bit here for you to watch or just listen to, gang. And they have this week, today, bought out a brand new item, a vegan sausage, bean and cheese melt. And I went down to Greg's today to try it out. Here's what happened. All right. Well, I'm in Greg's now. Just a minute now. That's not right, is it? Hang on a minute. Just a minute, something's gone wrong there.
And here is our first try of the new vegan.
I might have to rest that for a little bit. There we go. We'll try that again. And as I was saying, I went down to Greg's earlier on, and this is what happened.
All right. Well, I'm in Greg's now. I've had my morning swim and I've walked into town. And here is our first try of the new vegan sausage and sausage, bean and cheese melt. Here it is. Okay. Never tasted it before. Are you excited? I am. Very nice, dear. Absolutely perfect. Try it. The vegan beans, sausage and cheese melt. £1.60. Do you mind?
Don't think you could hear that, could you, on the radio there? Sorry, you couldn't hear that on the radio, but yes, it was just basically me trying out the beans, cheese and vegan sausage melt. They are really nice. £1.60 they are in Greg's, okay? If you want to try one of those. And that's not all I had, I must admit. I had that also a vegetable pasty, a vegan sausage roll and a bag of cheese and onion crisps and a cup of tea. And that was my lunch today in Greg's. And I think I deserved it, really, because I've done quite a lot of exercise. I've done about 16. I've walked nearly 8 miles today. I did a litter picker, a bit of a litter pick for an hour. Then I went swimming and did my 60 lengths, and then I walked into town where I had all that. So I think I deserve a little bit of a treat there. So very nice indeed. Have you tried one yet? They came out today. Vera has already. And Vera writes, well, I got it. It wasn't hot, which wasn't a problem at all. Yes, they're not allowed to sell you. They're not allowed to have a hot cabinet, are they? However, if you get into Greg's at the correct time, they've just come out of the oven. So they are hot, so I get that. But Vera says it wasn't hot, which wasn't a problem. We've got a microwave at work. I saw the beans, but I couldn't taste the cheese. It's vegan. She says, I got 2/3 of the way before I found a sausage. I found it too salty and bland. Maybe I got a bad one. I tried it and it's not something I will be buying again. I'll stick to the cheese and onion pasty. So Vera wasn't keen on it. I must admit, Vera, I'm going along with you. I don't think I could taste the cheese. But it was vegan cheese, as you say there. Now, there is some vegan cheese which is absolutely vile. I have to tell you, you've got to be really careful with vegan cheese. One of the nicest vegan cheese, or best one I've found, is the one they do in your Vera Works in Sainsbury's. In Sainsbury's, it's called Violite, Violite, Violite cheese. Now that's not too bad, but it doesn't really taste of anything. You know, you're kind of just buying it for the texture. So I wonder if it's like that they've used or something very similar to that, because some of this vegan cheese is absolutely vile. You'd end up chucking most of it away. Not nice. There was plenty of beans in that. Like you, I must say, I struggled to find the sausage. I didn't really find the sausage either. I mean, there was some in there. There was a bit in there, not much. However, would I have it again? I would. You wouldn't. So that's just how it is. All right. Thank you very much. Shania says, I can try one. We don't have a Greggs on the Isle of Wight, though. Oh, she can't try one. They haven't got a Greggs on the Isle of Wight. Well, maybe next time you come over here, I'll take you to a Greggs and buy you one. You know, I don't mind spending as much as £5 on you both. On yourself and Vectis there, my darling, all right? Thank you. Good. All righty. Let me just do my emails there. Check the emails. They're okay. Alrighty, let's move on a little bit. Where are we doing on time? Half an hour left or so. Okay. Don't forget, we've got some more raffle tickets to be given out before the end of the show. I'll let you know when to ask for those. You remember the Total AV virus subscription thing? If you don't know the story, I had antivirus software called Total AV. It's quite a well-known virus thing. And first of all, they do it free of charge. I'm sure they do it free of charge or something. And then you start paying a small amount per year. I'm just trying to find the email. I might have actually deleted it now, which doesn't matter because, oh, here it is. There it is. I knew it. Okay. So, like a lot of these sign-up things, you get the special deal and then you go on to sort of a normal price. And I remember getting the free version a couple of years ago. Then I started paying for it, and last year I think I paid £20, right? Now, bear in mind, Microsoft do have now their own virus stuff. I think what's it called? Microsoft Defender, which comes with your Windows software. Okay? Nothing more to buy. I would assume, being Microsoft, they've got the best people working from it, and it's probably very good software. You know, I don't know if by paying Norton or McAfee or Total AV or one of those, I don't know if you're getting a better product, really. Are you more safe with McAfee than you are with Microsoft Defender? Now, I had McAfee for many years, and they got really silly with the prices. Really silly. Well, it happened with Total AV. And I was sitting around my nephew's house a couple of weeks ago, and my phone went bing, and I you know, sometimes on the home screen, and as you pick it up, it goes because you didn't look quick enough. And all I saw was, I thought, a PayPal payment for something like 18 quid or something like that. Was it 30 quid? I can't remember that. Can't remember exactly what it was now. Anyway, so I thought, it must have been one of me subscriptions to the sound people or something like that. I put the phone down and I thought I'll just double check that, and I picked it up. No, it wasn't £13. It wasn't, say, £30. It was £130. And I'm like, what that's for? And it said something like AV. Anyway, so I then opened up the PayPal app, and it was from Total AV, the virus people that last year I paid £20 for. Now, with a lot of these things, you are automatically signed up for a renewal. The same is true for car insurance. Watch that one as well. Car insurance as well. And they renew it. And they get it. We don't want you to be uncovered. You know, you could get into terrible trouble. What a load of BS that is. No, they don't. They just want your money, mate. They just want your money. That's all it is. And the same with these people. Well, I hit the roof here. I immediately fired off an email to them. And they fired one back to me. Oh, very sorry, we can't find your account. Can you please tell us what email the account is in? I couldn't remember, so I had to wait until I got back to the caravan. Sorry, the luxurious Waterside Media Centre. And I went straight on there and found the account and sent them the correct email address and all that business. And then they come back to you. Oh, yeah, we found that now. We're very concerned that if you cancel this, you will leave yourself open to all sorts of malware attacks and all this business. You know the sort of salesman crap. Same sort of thing you get down a car showroom, don't you? And this was all going backwards and forward. Anyway, after about 2 hours, they said, OK, we'll give you a refund. I should blooming well think so as well. And at the same time, I then went through my PayPal thing and I found it there. Total AV, reoccurring transaction. Thank you very much. Cancel. Cancel straight away. And while I was there, I took the opportunity to go through other PayPal things and I found another thing there. And I thought, well, what's that? And I cancelled that. And then I went on my bank account and cancelled direct debits that I don't pay out anymore. You should do that. Now and again, go through your bank direct debits and check there's nothing there that you don't want coming out. Because even if someone don't take it out purposely, mistakes happen. All these people that can just suck money out of your accounts at blooming wheel. It's outrageous. Anyway, so they said, please wait up to 5 days for your refund. Why is it 5 days? Why is that? Someone sits there and pushes a button. Why is it 5 days? Well, actually, this was Saturday. By Monday morning, in actual fact, on Sunday night, after it clicked over midnight from Sunday to Monday, I think I looked at my phone at about 1 a.m. and the refund was there. So fair enough to them. And I said to you at the time, I bet they come back later on now with a better offer. And here it is. I told you, from Dean, account manager at Total AV. Dear Chris, now remember what they it was 118. That was it. £118. I remember now. Remember what they charged? £118 they tried to take off me. And I told you, if I cancelled that, they'd come back with a half-price offer. It's even better than that, mate. Hi, Chris. Our sales team has decided to put together a special deal for previous users. Surprise, surprise. They do this in Currys, don't they? When you turn down the that extended warranty. How many times have you been in... Well, I don't buy anything in Currys anymore. Dreadful customer service. Absolutely horrendous in there. Don't buy anything in there. Congratulations, Chris. You qualify to receive this special plan. Here it comes. An entire year of total AV protection for just £19. £19. And they tried to charge me 118. But you see, you've upset me now. You've upset me by trying to take that money out of my account. I'm not going to go with you again. I don't think these companies realise that. You upset people. That's it then. No more Total AV for me. I'll go elsewhere. Thank you very much. It says, it's been a week since your account was cancelled. Well, don't try taking 118 quid from me then, mate. And I hope this special offer will bring you back to Total AV to protect your devices against malware and online threats. To check out this special comeback offer, please use this link. Since you have left us, we have... And it goes on. So where's that now? Oh, there it is. Delete forever. Thank you. Bye-bye. Don't they realise that? Once you're upset as a customer, you don't go back. I'll tell you what, one other thing I've never bought again is a Philips product. When I was 13 years old, I had a cassette tape recorder, a Philips cassette tape recorder. Oh, I just loved sound and all that. Here I am doing this thing now, you know. One of those old ones with one button. If you're over the age of 45, you will remember one of the first tape recorders. And it was this Philips thing with one control, and you pushed it up, it would click, and pulled it down, and then you push it one way to run it back. It was one button, and there was another button, a red button, which was you used to record. So you push the red button, push the other one up, push it up, and it would start recording. It went wrong. My dad sent away the tape recorder and the power pack. It came back, minus the power pack. And they wouldn't accept responsibility. And then they said to my dad, we'll sell you another one half price. No, you won't, sunshine. And I never, ever bought another Philips product. Once you've upset me, that's it. I'm gone, mate. It's a shame more people don't do that sort of thing. Anyway, that's the total AV. And I knew they'd come back with a better offer like that. £118 down to 19. You think I'm some sort of mug? I'm very good at spotting a scam, I tell you that now. Shania says that's disgusting, trying to rob you of £100. Yes, they were. You know, they were. But there you go. We live and learn. There's DJ Coolio. His name's Liam. Thank you, Liam. I live in Kingston. Oh, you're not far from me, Kingston. I like the Bentles Centre. Love it. The Bentles Centre. So you'll remember Bentles, of course. Have you always lived in Kingston? You'll remember Bentles when it was just a department store on its own. Yeah. Used to go in there as a child. My mum always used to buy me a cup of tea and a sausage on a stick in there. I always remember that. I don't know what my sister used to have. Oh, happy days. Going to Kingston Market, and there was the Woolworths, and there's Millets, and there was, 20 years ago now, there was a restaurant at the back of Millets that I seem to remember. Boots on the corner, Boots the chemist. And there was a jeweller's sort of near the market, and I bought my very first quartz clock from there. Which, do you want to see it? My quartz, let me go and get this. This is very special to me now because I was running a pirate radio station. Okay, this is 1979, I think it was. And what do you want for your birthday? I'd like a quartz clock. Because they were the most accurate clocks at the time. Nowadays you have radio clocks. I have one here. I have a radio clock here. That's all radio controlled. And it tells you the perfect time. And I don't know if it's once a day or a couple of times a day. It checks the time with the rugby. But I wanted this. Let me put that up there. So that's a radio controlled clock. If you're listening, it's by, you want to look it up, it's Coopers of Stortford. And it was a gift actually from a very, very good friend of mine and his wife, Alton Andrews. And of course you'll know Denise, who's often in the chat box there. And they sent me two of those clocks actually, one for here and one at the Luxury Waterside Media Centre in Lincolnshire. But my first clock was a quartz one. And that's what I wanted for my 16th birthday. Hang on a minute. And I've still got it. 1 minute. Hang on. It's in the bedroom. There it is. And here it is. Here it is in the bedroom. To describe it to you, it's a mustard colour with white numbers. I have replaced once the movement in the back there because the other one failed. But this is this and my electric train set, which also I got for the 16th birthday, 16th Christmas, when I was 16 at Christmas time. That is probably my most favourite ever birthday present, that clock. It's like a mustard colour. You can see the number 7. The number 7 on there is a little bit fainter than the others. And I can't remember why that is. I think I cleaned it. And I took some of the white paint off. Ideally, you'd paint them all white, but if I tried to do that, I mean, it'd be such a mess. But that was my first ever clock in a radio studio there. So there we are. Hang on a minute. Put that there. And that sits in my bedroom, ticking away. Wonderful. Liam says, yes, he's 50 years old, but I'm the new 30. Oh, God, I know that. Life gets better after 40. Absolutely. A lot of these younger people... sort of in a sort of early 20s. Oh my God, I'm going to be 30 soon. Believe me, life gets much better at 40. It's a good time, 40. And I pray that you get to that. I feel very lucky every year that goes past. We see another year, don't we? Some people don't make it. Some people don't make it, do they? 40 is great. Liam says he's the new 30. I don't even look my age, mate. I'm also a bedroom DJ. So thank you for that, Liam. He's in a place called Kingston. Oh, I beg your pardon. Kingston upon Hull. Kingston upon Hull. I beg your pardon. I thought you meant Kingston in Surrey. Kingston upon Hull. Is that where that bridge is there? Is that the big bridge there? Is there a big bridge there? Hull? Is that where my nephew flew us? Because I got him a flying lesson for one of his birthdays. And we ended up in a 4-seater plane instead of a 2-seater. It was like only another 20 quid or something like that. And my nephew flew us, Gary, this is, he's also got his own YouTube channel, Project Man. He flew us in this plane over the bridge. Is it the Hull Bridge? Is it the Hungerford Bridge? Something like that. Great big bridge it is. So thanks for that, Liam. Okay, raffle ticket time, gang. If you'd like a raffle ticket for next week's raffle... And I'm going to push the boat out here. Just a minute. Oh, hang on. I've just got my slipper caught up. Let's push the boat out this week. There's a little bit more money floating around now. So, next week's prize is a water bottle, and it's got the United Kingdom Talk logo on it. It's clear, okay. There we are. It is a water bottle. It's got a nice orange top on it. It's a clear plastic bottle. No longer will you be filling up the oceans with empty bits of plastic and what have you. If you want a chance to win that water bottle and you want a raffle ticket, ask now. You have 10 minutes to ask for a raffle ticket. How does the raffle work? Well, we do the raffle on Thursday nights, within the show on Thursday nights on this channel. Okay, what happens is you'll ask for a raffle ticket. I will give you a number, okay, tonight. And we also do this on the radio show in the morning. And I'm back on Reach on Air tomorrow morning, okay, just after 9 o'clock. All right, just after the 9 o'clock news, we'll be with you on Reach on Air. So if you're listening to that tomorrow morning as well, you'll be able to ask for a raffle ticket then, okay? I read out the number, you write the number down. If you've been with us for all the shows, by next Thursday, you'll have a long list of numbers. Hold on to those numbers, because when we do the raffle, I only read out the number. It's then up to you to claim. If someone doesn't claim, the prize doesn't go out. End of story, okay? We don't draw it again. We only draw it once. Right? As soon as someone's claimed, I do let you know who the winner was. Like, for example, tonight the winner was John Parrish. All right? That's how it works. You can only have a raffle ticket for yourself. You can't ask for a raffle ticket for anyone else. And you can only ask for your raffle ticket by text message or email. 07451 287 337 is the texting number, or the email chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Remember, one raffle ticket per person. That means one raffle ticket per text number. You can't say, for example, I don't know, Mark and Emily. Oh, hello, I'm Mark. Can I have a raffle ticket also for Emily as well? No. She's got to ask on her own number. Otherwise, it's subject to abuse, the system. And that's why you can't ask on the Reach on Air message system, because you can just keep changing names and end up with loads of tickets, all right? It's a shame that you have to do that, but there are people out there that do that sort of thing, unfortunately. So let's have your numbers. Thank you, Liam. It's the Humber Bridge. That's the one, the Humber Bridge. My nephew flew us over the Humber Bridge. Why don't you? How proud, and we're talking about that, you know, children that have made you proud doing various things over the years. And certainly my nephew Gary, the older one, who's got 3 beautiful children now, and a beautiful wife as well. It was him who flew me over that. All right, let's do some of these raffle tickets then, gang. Let's give out these raffle tickets. Here we go. Jason Hughes, ticket number 182 for Jason Hughes. Thank you, Jason. Charlie Ray, ticket number 183. Write your numbers down, darlings. 183 for Charlie Ray. Fran Green, ticket number 184. Thank you, Fran. Let me just clear those down. Shall I? Fran Green, I've done you, Fran. Ticket number 184. Thank you, Fran. Reese Cars YT has got his own YouTube channel. Look it up. Reese Cars YT is the YouTube channel. Ticket number 185. And Reese likes the mustard colour on the clock. It's a really nice colour, isn't it, that? It is a lovely clock. And as I say, 16, 26, 36, 56. So it's 42 years old, that clock. Look. 42 years old. As I say, it was a quartz clock, but I put a radio movement in it. So that's actually a radio-controlled one as well. Okay, it's lovely, isn't it? Actually, I'm thinking that might look really nice in our Lincolnshire television studio and radio complex because the clock there has gone wrong. My nephew's got that at the moment. He's I think he's going to try and fix it. Beautiful mustard coloured clock that I've got there. Right, we've done Reese's. Sherry Parish, thank you very much. Ticket number 186 for Sherry. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Sherry. Paige, ticket... Oh, I put your wrong name there. Paige, ticket number 187 for Paige. Thank you, Paige. Diane Jebb, ticket number 188 for Diane. Thank you, Diane. George Bond, ticket number 189 for George Bond. Colin, hello, Colin. Thank you, Colin. Ticket number 190 for Colin. Rachel Wheatland likes the look of the clock. Thank you, Rachel. Ticket number 191 for Rachel. Thank you. This is for the clear water bottle. Amelia Phillips. Ticket number 192. Okay, if you used to play the bingo, you'll recognise some of the prize, well, that prize there from bingo prizes. We had a few left over, you know. Amelia, thank you, Amelia. Vera, ticket number 193. Thank you, Vera. Tony King, ticket number 194. Tony King in the house tonight. Evening, Tony. Ticket number 194 for Tony. John Parrish says, Sherry is sulking as she didn't win. Oh, dear. Really? Oh, Sherry. Ticket for you, John Parrish, number 195 for John Parrish. And for Maureen, ticket number 196 for Maureen. Anyone else want a raffle ticket? If you haven't had one already, this is for next week's raffle, which is on Thursday. And the prize is a nice plastic, they're very high quality actually, plastic clear water bottle. It's got the United Kingdom Talk logo on there as well. And it's got like an orange screw top lid. You won't get any liquids falling out of that. If you want to join in the raffle for that, all you've got to do is text in now. 07451 287 337. Say raffle ticket, please. And I'll give you your raffle ticket on here. All right? You'll get your raffle ticket. And remember, write down our numbers. Don't lose that piece of paper. Okay? And don't try and claim, if you lose your numbers and you try and claim on the off chance that it just might be you, don't think of doing that. You'll be banned for 2 months taking part in any other raffle tickets. I'm sorry to have to do that, but people take the mick, you know. Shania says, I don't think you gave me a ticket. Hang on, Shania. I think I did. Did I? No ticket for Shania there. 197 for you, Shania. Ticket number 197 for Shania, you see. And they're all here, all written down there. And now I put them in here. There we go. Put them in our ticket retention unit. There we go. Some more there. Ticket retention unit, all going in there now. See if you can see your names going in there. Write down those numbers, my love. And don't text me in a minute and say, oh, can you tell me what my number is? No, write it down now. Or look back on the recording of the show, okay? A little bit later on. How are we doing? I have to get timings right tonight because of the radio. Don't forget, reach on air, Pavali Mears. Pavali, I hope I said your name right, Pavali. Pavali Mears. We'll be with you after the 10 o'clock news today, gang. There we are, Maureen and Shania's tickets there. All right. And we got Gary Ross. All right, Gary. Ticket number 198 for Mr. Gary Ross Anyone else want a raffle ticket? You've got 3 more minutes to claim your raffle tickets. Come on, chop, chop. 3 minutes to claim your raffle ticket. Anyone else want a raffle ticket? Do it now. 07451 287 337 for your raffle tickets. Okay, good evening to John Childs. Evening, John, who says, watching your wonderful show, looking forward to coming down to karaoke in the coming weeks. I do hope so, John. Incidentally, karaoke tomorrow, if you're doing something. Thank you, Gary. There's your one going in there as well, right? Karaoke tomorrow is upstairs. I'm sure it's upstairs. They made a big boo-boo last week and they got the date wrong. But karaoke tomorrow night is upstairs. If you want to come along, I'll be hosting karaoke at Central Station Bar in Wharfdale Road in King's Cross. It's great fun. It's great fun. You don't need to be singing. If you can't sing, it doesn't matter. If you want to come up and have a go, we don't care the fact that you can't sing. I won't take the mick out of you if you can't sing. Don't worry about that. Never. I won't do it. Okay? Doesn't matter. If you can't sing but you want to have a go, come up and have a go. Who cares? It's karaoke. It's karaoke. Or if you just want to sit there and watch other people doing it, do that as well. Okay? Blimey, Vera's just got home from work. Have you, my love? Oh, you work hard, don't you? You know what you need, Vera? What you need is another vegan bean and cheese melt. That's what you want, my love. Oh, dear. Where are we going now? Let's have a look at that. We've done the about that little girl winning the medals. How blooming wonderful. Top marks to her. Top marks to her. Who's middle-aged here? Is 58 middle-aged or is it old now? I think we need to ask someone young for that. Ollie. No, who's with us again? Just a minute. Who's with us? Which young person is with us today? That will be Charlie Ray. Paige, and who's the other lad? And Reese. You three. Is 58 old or is that middle-aged? We'll ask the young people. They're all around sort of 10, 11, 12 years old. Is it old, 58? Is that really old? Or is it middle-aged? And then we'll also ask Rachel and Sherry. Is it middle-aged, 58, or is it old? What do you class us as? Charlie Ray says it's old. Reese says, I think 58 is middle-aged. I think you need to be like 65 to be old. Thank you, Reese. What about your other young people out there? 58, is it old or middle-aged? Rachel? Sherry? Shania says, excuse me, are you not counting me as a young anymore? I'm offended. Well, no. I'm sorry, Shania. You're over 18 now, aren't you, my love? Not young anymore, love. Sorry. Isn't your brother 21? He's practically ancient now, isn't he? Poor Callum. Where's he tonight? Upstairs in his room with a few cans, is he? Cans of lager. I ask you this. Because chocolate, it says here in the Daily Mail, if you do working out and I suppose running, swimming, cycling, anything like this, there's an article in the Daily Mail today. It says, there's some good news for all those chocolate lovers out there. Chocolate. What's your favourite? What's your favourite chocolate? Tell me. Mars, Maltesers, Cadbury's Dairy Milk. Mine is Galaxy. Don't want anything with bits in it like caramel or honeycomb. It's very nice, but just normal Galaxy chocolate. Oh my God. It's like silk. I mean, there's not much I really enjoy putting in my mouth. But Galaxy chocolate is something. And the Daily Mail says there turns out to be some good news for chocolate lovers out there. It turns out that chocolate, the sugary snack, could help middle-aged people exercise because it gives the perfect pre-workout hit, according to a new study. Maybe I should have a bar on the way to the swimming pool. Researchers have found that a bioactive compound in cocoa increases blood flow and makes exercising easier due to a faster uptake of oxygen. We can all go back on the chocolate. This is fantastic news. Because of the rate at which oxygen consumption increases at the start of exercise slows with age, these compounds were found to be particularly helpful for middle-aged gym goers. Now, I don't know if we include swimming in that. Because you're not so really supposed to eat much, are you, before you go swimming? That's very bad. But we're not talking about you having a big meal or something like that, are we? You know, just a little bar of chocolate would be all right, wouldn't it? I think. Would that be okay? Flavonols are found naturally in many plants, including tea, apples, various berries and cocoa beans. The plant nutrient, which can be taken as a supplement, is also found in cocoa powder and to a lesser extent in dark chocolate. No one likes the dark chocolate, do they? Oh, it's vile. Bitter, bitter. No, we want the milk chocolate. Oh, I want a bar now, I do. Co-op will be closed by the time I finish. I could walk up to the BP garage. No, we're not eating lots at night anymore. Apple and orange, that's all I have at night now. Oh. It says it's known to have a beneficial effect on health, which is why a group of researchers from Liverpool... Oh, I love that Liverpool accent, don't you? I love that accent. Liverpool, John Moores University and Liverpool Hope University tested its impact on a group of sedentary but healthy adults between 40 and 60. Oh, that's us. That's us. During a series of trials over a 5-year period, the group was pushed to exhaustion. Some of you don't need much pushing for that, do you? I've got to get up out of the chair. Oh, I've got to turn the telly over. I just watched this. They were pushed to exhaustion using a lab-based exercise bike to establish each individual's power output and the VO2 peak. And it helped, basically. It helped. So there you go. All go out and eat chocolate now before you do exercising. I think I could probably fit in a small bubble. I say small. A small bar of Galaxy or Cadbury's Dairy Milk. Yes, before. Paige reckons 58 is old. Thank you, Paige. Don't think you'll be winning the raffle, my love. Sherry Parish, 58 is young, Chris. It's only a number. Thank you. Shania still remembers the time when she was the youngest viewer. Sad times. Very sad. Oh, Shania, we love you, darling. Rachel said, middle-aged, Chris. I'm not young, 50 in October. That's young. 50 is young, Rachel. Danny Drayton says, I love a whisper out of the fridge. Who you got hiding in the fridge to whisper when you open the door then? Reese also says his favourite chocolate is the Whisper because it's like a twirl, but it doesn't go everywhere and in my opinion tastes better. Thank you. If you're listening to Reach On Air, you're about to leave us here. The show will carry on for a short while. Go to unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. I'll be back with you on Reach tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. And coming up after the 10 o'clock news here on Reach On Air is Pavali Mears. Hope you've enjoyed our chat show this evening on Reach. Back with you tomorrow morning at 9. Have a good evening. And they've gone, all right? So we're just on the YouTube now, boys and girls. Thank you very much for staying with us. If you're watching on YouTube, you can't use the Reach On Air message box to send me a message now, okay? Because it won't come to me. It will go to the next presenter. So to carry on joining in with the show, feel free to send a text 07451 287 337 or use the email chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. George Bonds, my favourite chocolate is Wagon Wheels. Oh, yeah. That nice bit of jam in the middle there, George. They're much smaller than they used to be, though. They really are. Those Wagon Wheels, you only ever needed one. Now you need to have the old packet. Well, I do anyway. Do like a packet of Wagon Wheels, don't you? Fran says that you want to try Cadbury's Dairy Milk Fizzing Cherry. Ooh. Fizzing cherry. Now, I'm not a fan of cherries. Cherry pie, not my cup of tea. But it does. I'll try that if I see it, Fran. They did a blueberry one as well. That was quite nice. They also do a honeycomb one, which I had great excitement with. And they've been out a while, but I'm never able to get a hold of one until a couple of weeks ago. And I've got to be honest, I was a bit disappointed. Too sweet. It was just so sweet. It was too much. Too much. And Fran also says 70 is middle-aged. Thank you, Fran. Thank you, Fran. 70 is middle-aged. Vera reckons I'm a young gun at 58. Young guns having some fun. Crazy Eye has been that one by Wham. I went to a Wham concert. Hey, Danny Drayton, did you ever go to a Wham concert? No. I went to a Wham concert at the Hammersmith Odeon, then called the Apollo. Now it's called something else. I can't think what it's called now. Something Evented, some stupid name that they've called it. I went to Wham. And George Michael and Andrew Ridley, they came on in these yellow shorts. Well, rude, dear. They were putting shuttlecocks and they had little bats down their shorts and banging them out to the audience. These girls were trying to catch them in their mouths. It was awful. All these screaming girls and queens, dear. Thank you, Vera. Reese says, age is just a number. I know that your mental age is very well under 58. You're probably about 11, the same as you, to be honest, Reese, my mental age. Some of us choose not to get old, and I have no intention of getting too old. Amelia, my favourite chocolate, again, is Twirl or Aero. And lots of people fancying the Twirl as their favourite item of chocolate there. I think my favourite would be the Galaxy. The normal Galaxy chocolate. And Mars bars or Maltesers and flakes. Yeah, they're my favourite. Cadbury's Easter eggs. Oh, what is it now? August, they'll be out soon, won't they? Cadbury's. Oh, and Cadbury's cream eggs. I managed to get hold of a couple of those the other day. I can't remember where they were. They must have been out of date. It sort of tasted all right. I've eaten out of date food in tins, 2, 3, 4 years old. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. Danny Drayton went to a Shakin' Stevens concert. Oh, you'll have to tell me that tomorrow morning and I'll play some. It's the green door, this old house, da 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 da. This old. I think I do that one at the karaoke actually. Shakin' Stevens, green door, this old house. What was the other one? There was another one, wasn't there? Shakin' Stevens. Hang on a minute. Shakin' Stevens. Oh, we nearly forgot, gang. We nearly forgot. We have now closed the lines for today's requests on raffle tickets. Lines are now closed. You can no longer ask for I'm a bit late. You can no longer ask for a raffle ticket on this programme. Lines are closed. No more raffle tickets today. Next lot of tickets will be given out in tomorrow morning's chat show. Or tomorrow morning's music, chat and fun show at Reach On Air. There it is, tomorrow morning. I do hope you'll be able to join me just after the 9 o'clock news tomorrow morning, okay? Also, gang, we're going to close the phone line as well now. Thank you. We have 4 people calling now. Poor Danny got cut off earlier on in the programme. Vera says she loves a walnut whip. Thank you, Vera. Walnut whips are hers. George says you must hurt your teeth on a Mars rock. Is that what I said? A Mars rock? A Mars rock. How'd you get them over here? Danny used to go out with a girl who loved a twirl, but strangely, she never put it in her mouth. Let's just say I had a big chocolate... Oh, so you're so rude, dear. We can't read that, dear. Honestly, Danny. My word. Good job we're on YouTube now. Little Bertie here will be a little finger hovering over that button, my love. Reese, have you got the photos of the Land Rovers you used to have? Yes, I have, Reese. Thanks for reminding me because I would have forgotten. Reese is into cars. In a big way. He's got his own YouTube channel. Reese Cars YT is his YouTube channel. And he likes Defenders. And not recently, but in the past, when I was like more of a sort of big time DJ in the gay clubs in London, loads of money was coming and I bought Land Rovers. 3 in a row. 3 in a row. They were new ones. bought on the sort of pay monthly type thing. Very expensive to run, but in those days I had quite a lot of money coming in. And here come the pictures of all my Land Rovers that I had over the years. That was the second one. This particular one used to have a bit of a problem with the gears, in that there would be a slight jerk between 2 and 3. Don't know why that was. They said it was a design thing with the car, and I took out a similar one as a test while I had that one, and it still had that problem. That was my first ever Land Rover, and probably my favourite. I called her Bessie. Bessie, after Doctor Who's car. That was my first one, and that was my last Land Rover, the silver one. Used to go like a rocket. And they're fantastic to drive. You sit very high up. That's one of the places I collect litter in, and there we go. I'll let them go round again for you to look at again, Reese. You can do a screen grab if you want to take a picture of the car. I don't mind, that's all right. You know, you carry on doing. They were so wonderful to drive, and sitting up high, they didn't really do much miles per gallon. I think 24, 25 miles per gallon or something like that. But I did love having them. No air conditioning in those days. You see those 2 flaps under the window there? That was the air conditioning. You opened those and air came in. They were just like holes. The heating was all right in there. Took a while to heat up. They were reliable. I don't think I ever broke down in one. I had a flat tyre, and I never bought new tyres. In the 3 years I had those, I never bought tyres. They just lasted the whole time that I had the vehicles. I loved it. I really loved those cars. But time moves on and we have different things now. I've got a RAV4 now. It's my second RAV4. Toyota RAV4. I don't have a picture of that with me, I'm afraid. I can take a couple of pictures of that. In fact, I've got a couple of pictures. My old RAV4, which was silver, and the one I've got now, which is red. They're hybrid. I can get sometimes 70 miles a gallon on those. They're nothing like the Land Rover. They're much more comfortable. There's no gears to push. It's all automatic. It's very different. It is a lovely car. But which would I rather have? The sort of relatively uncomfortable Defender or the Toyota RAV4? It's difficult, really. Difficult. I did love having those. So I hope you enjoyed those, Reese. Wonderful. And I'm very, very lucky to be able to own such wonderful vehicles there. John says, I love those giant Brazil nut Cadbury's bars. I don't know those. I know the fruit and nut. That's presumably not the same one, is it? The fruit nut. Everyone's a fruit and nut cake. Da, 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 da. That one. Yeah, that one. Danny Drayton, do you know what RAV stands for? I did. I can't remember. Tell us, Danny. What's RAV stand for? They're trying to sell me a new one at the moment. I don't know if he was with the show on Tuesday, but the salesman rang me up. And he said, because my car at the moment's got low miles, because of course we didn't use it for 6 months. It's only got 32,000 miles on the clock. And he said, because of that, you can have a new one. You can have a new RAV4, as in now, right? As in now, no deposit, and the repayments come down £60 a month. So I don't know, really. It's difficult to know. I was kind of holding out for an electric one next. I've already test drove an electric Skoda, which I liked very much. Big inside. I like the look of it. Really chunky. Seat not quite comfortable. Might have been just an adjustment that I have to do on there. The infotainment system, badly laggy. You know, do that, you wait, and then something happens. Lagging on there. That was a Skoda. Toyota are bringing out an all-electric RAV4 next year. It's called the Toyota BZ. Looks exactly like the RAV4. And I'm kind of holding out for that all-electric. But I don't think it's going to come out before this car runs out. It's got another 10 months on it. They're talking next year. I think it's going to be the end of next year, not the beginning. And of course, if I wait that long, then my car continues to depreciate. It's really, I don't know what to do really with that. I've thought about it. I'm kind of thinking you should hold out for an electric one next, I think, really. You don't need a charge point at home, Danny. Not these days. There's charge points all over the place. People say, what if they don't work? Well, how many times does a petrol station run out of petrol? Not very often. Just happens sometimes, doesn't it? You know. I suppose it's easier, when you're sort of driving along and maybe got an AA or RAC thing. I suppose that's easier for them then, and, be able to recharge your car and get you home or wherever to the next charging point somewhere. But even Tesco's, they've got free charging there. Which I've mentioned a couple of times. Of course, the whole idea of it benefits Tesco's, because if you're charging your car out there, where are you going to do your shopping? You're going to go in Tesco's, aren't you? Works. Other supermarkets have got them. You've got them outside sports centres. Up near my sister, I discovered, according to my nephew, that they've got charging points behind a row of shops there. The cheapest way to charge is at home. But I don't have a charging point here, and it's looking prohibitively expensive to have one actually put in the garage. Really expensive, So there we are. A RAV stands for Recreational Activity Vehicle. A lot of people think it's a four-wheel drive, and it's not. My RAV4 is not a four-wheel drive. Reece says the gearbox issue in the TD5s was common on them. Yeah, it wasn't anything that spoilt the affected the performance of the vehicle. It was just, you would go from, it was either 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 2 and 2 to 1. It was one of those gears, and you'd put it in gear, and didn't matter how slow you came off the accelerator, you would get a slight jerk. Sorry, the clutch. You would get a slight jerk. And I have to say, driving those Land Rovers in traffic in London was a bit of a nightmare. Yes, you're sitting up high, but and the clutch, I'm sure that's what affected my knee. Actually, because it's the left knee that I have trouble with. On and off that blooming clutch in a Land Rover, and you've got to push the clutch down. There's no touching it like in a modern car. Well, I mean, most modern cars, I think most of them are automatic now, aren't they? Certainly in like a Ford Escort or something like that. You touch you in a Land Rover, you had to push that pedal down and yank the gears, none of it flicking with a finger. You'd have to yank that gear in, wouldn't you, with those things. Wonderful cars, though. Absolutely wonderful cars, those. All right. So I'm glad you reminded me about that there, Reece. Let's just check your text there. Okay. Of your three Defenders, I would take the red one. I would. Reece says, of your three Defenders, I would take the red one because, in my opinion, it had the engine I prefer. See, this boy is 11 years old and he knows all about this. See? Wonderful. I would take the red one because, in my opinion, it had the engine I prefer, but it's quite a lot about preference between the 300 TDIs, your red one, and the TD5s in your blue and silver one. But I do prefer the TDIs, but I also have a respect for the TD5s. I prefer the red one as well. Maybe it's because it was my first one and it was called Bessie. The other two didn't have a name. Bessie the car. Reece has driven a 110 and the clutch in them is very heavy, and I understand what you mean by there you have to use all the clutch, but it's very fun and a different experience. Yeah, I mean, I'd like one again, really. I would like one again. But those modern, they've got a new, have I got the picture on here? Let me see if I can, I don't know if it's still, I hit a wrong button there, hang on a minute. Let me just go to studio mode and see if I can find that picture for you. It may not be on here, of the new Defender. I thought... Did I look for this the other day? No, it's not on there. It's gone there. I'm sure you've seen it. There is a new Defender out, but... I mean, it doesn't look like one of those beautiful square things, does it, one of those things. All right, gang, we're going to finish off there, boys and girls. All right? Thanks so much for joining us on the show on this Thursday night. Our next live chat show will be with you on Sunday night on this channel. Okay, Sunday night at 8 o'clock is our next chat show. I'll be on the radio with you tomorrow morning. There it is. reachonair.com. starting just after the 9 o'clock news. Listen on your smart speaker as well, or your computer, or on your little phone, all right? Please, gang, if I can ask you once again, do the little thumbs up thing underneath this. There's a like and a dislike button. Click the like button, and that helps with the YouTube algorithms. One more message from Risa, who says the new Defender is an awesome vehicle. I like them, but they are nowhere near as good looking. It's the look, isn't it? I'm not that bothered about the engine, to be honest. The look. They have so much electronics to go wrong. Yes, presumably at some point they will bring out an all-electric Defender as well. It'll be interesting to see what the price point of that is. I dread to think. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again Sunday night. Oh, hang on a minute. Just a minute. I ain't finished yet. Just a minute. Come back here. Come back here now. Yeah. I'll see you Sunday night at 8 o'clock for another live chat show. If not, tomorrow morning on Reach On Air at 9 o'clock. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening. Good night.